it's me, Vicky Marie. I've caught you out here, a very impromptu live. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. So for those of you maybe watching my channel for the first time, my name's Vicky Marie. I report on true crime from all over the world, but I am based in mainland Spain. Now, you might think, oh, sunny Spain, lucky girl living in sunny Spain. No, it's pouring down. The weather is terrible. I really feel for anybody who's on holiday here this week. It is raining, it is windy, it is cold. It's really, really horrible weather today here in Spain. Today, again, if you know me, you know I've got a couple of dogs and a son, and it's Haircut Wednesday today for all of them. The dogs, my two small dogs, they're in the groomers, getting groomed and pampered. And number one son has gone off to get his hair cut because he's got an interview later. It's a very chaotic day today. Got taken for his interview. Then I've got quite a lot of Spanish classes. So something else that people may not know about me in my other life. I am a Spanish teacher. I teach Spanish. That's what I'll be doing later on today. But not now. In this moment, I'm going to be telling you about some new footage that's come out concerning the Madeline Soto case. This is a very sad case, of course. I haven't done last night. I talked about it a little bit. I need to sort of get back on it again because the person who committed the horrible crime of not only sex abusing this girl for a good chunk of her life, probably half of her life, then it all culminated with her MURDER, and that is Stephan Stearns, of course, her pseudo stepfather, who did this to Madeline on her 13th birthday, or on or around her 13th birthday. She just had her 13th birthday party, and then she was reported missing. And this body cam that we're going to look at today, this is from when she was reported missing, and the police went to see Madeline's mum, Jen, and her, I can't call him a stepdad, though at some point it seems that she did refer to him as dad. While Jen and her mum and him had a sort of weird relationship, an on-off relationship, but it does seem that at some points, Madeline did refer to him as dad. So, she obviously, and it seems, what I keep saying, he groomed Madeline, he assaulted her, but he didn't do it aggressively, in my opinion. He either actually sedated her, or he's groomed her so well she's thinking she's in some sort of relationship with him. So that's what we're going to look at in this video. We're going to look at this latest body cam that's been released, and Stephan is a particularly nasty piece of work, isn't he? He's a real horrible person. He's a whinger himself. It's all about him, and if he's been treated properly, didn't care about what he did with Madeline or how he treated everybody else. He is a true sociopath, a true narcissist. It's all about him. He's still about 12 in his head. He's just like still collecting, Tamagotchis or whatever, playing video games and wearing a baseball cap backwards on his head. He's like, he's coming up to 40, but he's in his head. I think he was Madeline's age. He's thinking he and Madeline were having a relationship. This quite often happens with abusers. They feel like they're having a relationship with the child, even though sometimes the child is as young as 2 years old, or this is how they look on it. As far as they're concerned, it's a relationship. It's not abuse. No, they're real. It's horrible when you get to go inside their minds. It's sort of fascinating because you cannot believe that anyone could be that so truly horrible. But you can never understand them because unless you think like them, which of course, thankfully, most of us don't. How can you get inside their head? Anyway, I'm going to say hello to everyone in a moment who's in chat. But first of all, I want to say hello to you lurkers out there. Thank you for watching. I want to say hello to those who'll be watching on replay crew. And also I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed. Remember, subscribing is free. Please think about subscribing if you enjoy my videos. Also, don't forget to leave your DNA on the like button because that helps out, and that's another free way you can help my channel. Also, though, special thank you as always to my members, to those of you who send super stickers, to those of you who buy Ko-fis or support my channel in any way, send me an email. I have got a bit behind on my emails at the moment. I'm sorry about that. In fact, I've been rubbish with my emails the past few days because everything's going on. It's just nothing bad, but anyway, I won't even bore you with it. But also, there's always stories to report on, things going on, cases, updates on cases that we've been following, and it's important to keep up with the case. This year is going to be a big year for cases we've been following. There'll be the Stephan Stern's 2 trials, the one for the P material on his phone, and then there'll be the murder trial further on later in the year. There'll be the David Knezevich trial. There'll be a few things going on this year that hopefully, although they will never bring these victims back, will bring some closure to their families. The Samantha Murphy, Patrick Stevenson trial will be this year, etc. So, we're hoping for a year of justice. As I say, can't bring these victims back, but the next best thing is to make sure that the people that did this to them get their just desserts, isn't it? Okay, now I'm going to say hello to everyone in chat. Oh, I'll take the banner off. Let me know what the weather's like where you are. I bet there's nobody. I bet there's nobody's got a weather as bad as we've got. Unless you've got snow, you can't have worse weather than what we've got in Spain at the moment. It's funny because everything comes to a halt in Spain when it rains. Because it's like, people are like, what? It's raining, what's going on? But apparently, we're stuck with it for a few days yet. I mean, of course, I think it's till the weekend. Well, it's only Wednesday. So I think we've got bad weather till the weekend. But anyway, one thing we do know in Spain is it will get better. Before you know it, I'll be whinging that it's too hot. Won't be long before I'll be whinging it's too hot. So, we like to have a whinge about the weather, whatever it is, don't we? Hi, Mello. Yes, Anna, that was good. It's nice to know that she's still being searched for. Just hope that they do find her. Hi, Princess. Hope you're well. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I think when you get to, when you get to 40 years old, surely your biggest, because of course, Stephan Stern's never held down a job. And not a proper job. He worked at Disney briefly, which is terrifying, isn't it, really, when you think about it? In fact, I've got that somewhere. I might have a look just to show you that. Yeah, he actually, because of course, Jen, his partner and Madeline's mum, she worked at Disney. I mean, they're in Florida. Disney will be a big employer in that area, won't it? So there's probably not many people who either don't work at Disney or have worked at Disney at some point, because Disney is a massive employer, aren't they? So, I'm sure, if I've got it easy to find, because if I have, I will show it. But maybe it'll take too much looking for. Yeah. I can't find it just easy to hand. trying to think where I've got it somewhere. Anyway, never mind. I'll have a look for it for another time. But yeah, we do have a short video of him when he worked at Disney. It's chilling to think he was there working with children, isn't it? When you think of all the things that were on his phone and what he was doing to Maddie from when she was maybe 6, 7 years old. You know, it's horrible to think that he was actually working at Disney. But yeah, exactly. It's terrifying, but not surprising, because of course people who like children in that bad way, people who like children in a good way, a lot of people like children, but it's not a sinister way. They will gravitate towards jobs with children, of course. But unfortunately, people who like children in a sinister way will also gravitate towards any job that brings them into contact with children. Just recently, one of Madeline's teachers, Tia, hey, stop. Are you going in the bathroom? Just recently, one of Madeline's own teachers has been arrested for, grooming, etc. So, unfortunately, those kind of people do gravitate towards jobs with children. That's not what they want. They want to be in jobs where they're working with children, where they're entrusted with children, don't they? So, unfortunately, that's the case. But of course, doesn't mean to say that everyone who works with children is a P. A lot of people just like children. I like children, but I couldn't eat a whole one. No, it's a joke. It's a joke. That's a joke. But, working with children is a challenge, and it's lovely in lots of ways, but it's difficult too. So, but if people like children in that sinister way, they're always going to gravitate towards any job that exposes them to children, aren't they? Okay, so we're going to have a look at this video, which has not long been released. As I say, I haven't really concentrated on this case for a while because there's been lots of other things going on. But it's probably going to be another 2 months before the trial comes up. I'll get into trouble for that joke, Mello, don't you? It is a joke. It's a classic joke, isn't it? But anyway, I hope, sometimes these days you can't make jokes like that, but I'll probably get cancelled. But anyway, 2 months his trial has been put back, Stephan Stearns. So don't forget, he's going to have the 2 trials. And I think he's pleading not guilty to these charges. How he's going to do that, I don't know, because all this stuff was on his phone, and he tried to reset his phone, didn't he? He tried to factory reset his phone, and the thicko not realizing that the police could still get all the images up. Anyway, he factory reset his phone, but all these images were still on there. Now, I think the video we were watching last night about this, somebody was saying that it's unusual because he's having, if you like, I say the lesser charges. I mean, they're still terrible charges of having child P on your phone, etc. But the bigger charge, of course, is the murder charge. And that's going to be later in the year. And by the time he goes on trial for murder, he will either be a convicted P, because he'll have been found guilty, or he'll have been cleared. I can't see in a million years that this guy's going to get cleared, but hey, everyone's innocent till proven guilty, aren't they? Then somebody was saying that it may be that they'll use this trial because they're trying to get the death penalty off the table. At the moment, the death penalty is on the table. In fact, he could get the death penalty just for having a child P on his phone now in Florida. That's quite a recent law that's come in. You don't have to murder someone in Florida to get the death penalty now. You could get the death penalty for having a child P on your phone, etc. So, so some people are saying, is he doing this trial first the lesser trial, if you like, but still serious enough. Is this a way of trying to get the death penalty off the table completely? I don't know. But, you know, as I've said before, I'm not a big believer in the death penalty, but if anyone deserves the death penalty, it is Stephan, you know, for the years of torment that he's put Madeline through. And then, of course, for ultimately taking her life. So, you know, he does deserve it, you know, whether you believe in the death penalty or not. Or you could think, well, you know, he just deserves to rot in jail forever. That can be just as good a punishment, if not a better punishment. Sometimes, you know, I hope he's having a terrible time in prison, personally. So, yeah. So, whichever reason it is, he was supposed to have already been on trial or very soon for these child P charges, but it's been put back 2 months because apparently there is just so much evidence. I mean, I know that because I applied for the evidence from the police department. Oh my God! And when they said that, you know, then that's the redacted evidence, I suppose. It's massive amounts of evidence, photos, interviews, you name it. And so, you know, it's a lot to plough through. So the defence will be ploughing through it, seeing if they can find any chink. And as I've said before, I feel a little bit sorry for his defence, except that I think, you know, I couldn't be a defence lawyer, but somebody's got to do it, I suppose. But I feel a little bit sorry for them because I think they're going to be struggling to present a defence for Stephan. And, you know, that is their job after all. Sorry. I'm going to sneeze. There's a lot of, because of the wind, there's a lot of dust in the air. So all the allergies are coming out as well. It's miserable, honestly. It's so miserable. Anyway, you'll know if you live in a cold country, you'll know what it's like. And of course, this is rare here. And even I'm getting a bit sick of it now. I normally quite like a bit of rain, but this is too much. So let's have a look at this body cam. And as always, let me know what you think. You know, everyone's entitled to their opinions, their views, their leanings on this channel. Just don't attack each other. Or me, of course. You know, if you don't agree with someone, you can say that respectfully or just present what you think. You don't have to, you know, call anybody names or attack them. So that, and then the only other real rule of the chat is not to mention other YouTubers by name. So let's have a look. Where is it? This is I've probably got this in the, because anyway, it's a bit of a long story, but, you know, they keep sending you more stuff once you've applied for evidence, etc. And now I may well have this somewhere, but I just haven't had time to plough through everything. So I'm poaching it, if you like.
Just the one that she said she doesn't like.
What is this? Good Day Orlando. Oh, it's Fox. It's Fox. I'm poaching off Fox. Hopefully Fox won't copyright strike me. News things don't normally, you know, and I would contest it because these things don't belong to anybody. Bodycam doesn't belong to anybody except the police department. If the police department release it, well, they release it. It's not for anyone to say this is my bodycam. It's not. So anyway, that's what I think about it. So let's have a look what Fox say.
At body camera video showing Stephan Stearns and Jennifer Soto both being questioned by deputies the day after they reported Maddie Soto missing.
We know now Stearns accused of sexually abusing and killing the 13-year-old last year. And let's join Amanda McKenzie again to break some of this video down. And Amanda, there are a lot of questions. The demeanor, he's very calm in that. Looking back, we look at a lot of these different details now this morning.
That's right. And this is body-worn camera video that we are now getting a look at when they interview both Stephan Stearns and Maddie's mom, Jennifer Soto, at their front door. And Stephan Stearns appears to be very calm, which could be interpreted as unusual behavior for a...
So, yeah, this body cam is from after Madeline was first reported missing. And the police, I think it would be probably the first contact that the police have had, and they've come to the door to just talk about what might have happened to her.
a guardian of a 13-year-old after she's been reported missing, and the parents allegedly have no idea where she could be. Now, in this video, take a look. You can see that Maddie's mom, Jennifer, is describing the day's events to Kissimmee police. Stearns, very calm and relaxed, similar to the way he was acting when Fox 35 first interviewed.
Look at him. Do you know, it's like he is like this. Do you remember the interview when Jennifer was talking to someone at the computer and he came into the kitchen and sat behind her and started cracking his knuckles? He's like this. You know, I know we know what we know now and it's easy in hindsight, but when you look at that, and I'm sure the police felt it at the time. I mean, at the end of the day, the police, they have hunches. I was watching an interview because there's a case that I'm researching at the moment. I'm going to put a video together. And I was researching like the interviews of the suspect. And well, he wasn't a suspect at the time. He was just supposedly someone who knew this girl that had gone missing. And you could see from the police interviewing him, they knew his behaviour was not right. One of them in particular, I just looked at and just thought, he's straight away thinking this guy has got something to do with it. Because police do have hunches. You know, it's like you could call it intuition. You know, they deal with bad people day in, day out, and they get a hunch. They get it may not always be right. You know, there'll be times they'll get proven wrong, perhaps. But you develop, don't you, an instinct. You must do, you have to. Whatever job you do, the longer you do that job, the more your instincts hone in, don't they? So it's like if you're a vet or a doctor, they have instincts, don't they? Because they see so many animals or patients. And in the end, they might just get a fit, even though they can't find anything for a while. They just know there's something wrong with someone or wrong with that pet. And the same for police. You know, that's their job. So what I'm saying is right from day one, surely. I mean, look at his arms, the way his arms are folded. You know, that's a big clue because he's so defensive straight away. Now, he shouldn't be defensive. He should be expressive. His stepdaughter or his you know, a girl that he knows very well, he's known for years, has disappeared and nobody has any idea where they are. And he's there with his arms folded defensively. That straight away to me would be a red flag. If I was interviewing someone, I think, why is he being so defensive? You know, why? Why is he being so defensive? Why is he not being more open? And, you know, I know a lot of people don't like Jen, but to me in this interview, you can see clearly she doesn't know what's happened to Madeline. Jen doesn't know, in my opinion, Jen doesn't know anything about this, whether she's a good mother or not, or things she did wrong. I'm sure she doesn't have to be told. She probably knows herself now exactly what she did wrong. But I don't think she comes over, in my opinion, as suspicious. The difference in their behaviour, you know, he is hunched over, arms crossed, defensive. When these police have come to help to find Madeline, he should be like, you know, oh, thank God you're here, you know, we just need to get this sorted, not hunched over in a corner with his arms crossed.
Interviewed him shortly after Maddie was reported missing. While at their front door, police asked about any recent arguments. Jennifer said Maddie sent a few messages to a friend stating that she wanted to run away to the woods. But when the officer asked to see those texts, Jennifer couldn't find anything about running away. Then about 20 minutes later, Stearns takes the officer to the family cars for them to have a look around.
The silver Lincoln is mine. Well, it's actually my parents. But,
yeah, again, arms folded as he's pointing out the car, you know, and he's saying, no, this is the car she was embarrassed to get dropped off in, because he's already preparing his story, you know, because what he said was he took her to school and he dropped her off quite away from the school because she didn't like, this is the poodle ambulance, isn't it, that his mum and dad couldn't wait to get back, even though it carried a dead girl's body in it. They were asking the police from day one, when are we going to get our car back? Oh, they're horrible people. They really are. You know what? You could take that car and burn it for me. I don't want a car back that's, you know, my step granddaughter, really. They had a relationship with Madeline. She'd stayed with them. They knew her. And they just couldn't wait to get this car back for their silly poodles. You know, it's just like, would you want that car back, knowing that your step-granddaughter's body had been carried around in it? And would you be put, even if you did want it back, which I certainly wouldn't, would you be putting pressure on the police to give it you back? Like, that's the most important thing, that you get it back, because it's the poodle ambulance. You know, the most important thing, surely you'd be saying, you do whatever you want with that car, keep it as long as you want. You know, we just want to find out what happened here. You know, that'd be how he should act. So you can see why Stephan's the way he is, because his parents are really very strange people, because they never seem bothered about Madeline at all. They're just bothered about Stephan and getting their poodle ambulance back. And, you know, they even sort of tried to sort of blame it on Madeline by saying she was precocious. She was 12 years old. She was only just turned 13. So she, you know, they said she was precocious. Then they blamed Jen for it. Everybody's fault except their lovely little angelic boy, Stephan Stearns. The creepiest guy you've ever seen. Anyway, so this is what he says. Yeah, this is the one she was embarrassed to get dropped off in. I was that age, I understood. So he's trying to say, oh, well, he was that age once, he understood. So obviously when he was young, he was embarrassed getting out of, it's probably the same car, I don't know. But the thing is, Stephan still feels like he is that age, because he thought he was having a relationship with Maddie. He thought, you know, they were in a relationship. He still thought he was a teenager. And then he says, forgive the donut there. I got a flat tire earlier this afternoon. Well, why is he saying that? Is he thinking they're going to prosecute? You know, there's a girl missing. Is he thinking the police are going to give him a ticket for carrying a spare tire, having a spare tire on? So straight, you know, he's giving out information that the police haven't asked for yet. That's another red flag. The police always say that, don't they? When someone's volunteering information that they haven't even requested. Because if the policeman said to him, oh, what's happened to your tire? Then, but he's volunteering it. He's trying to get all his information in. And then he said, you might want to put on over the firearm and there's some will steal that. You might want to put on over the firearm and there's some will steal that. Oh, yeah, I just stuck it there when I was, I just stuck it there when I was changing the tyre. God, sorry, my thing's just flipped. Oh, right. Let's have a carry on listening.
Very near car right now. It's in better condition.
This is the one that she said she doesn't like to ride in?
Yeah, this is the one she was embarrassed to get dropped off in. So I was that age. I understood.
I got you.
Forgive the donut there. I got a flat tire earlier this afternoon.
That's fine. You might want to put some and cover the firearm in there. Someone will steal that, man.
Oh, so there's a firearm showing in the car. That's strange, isn't it? So you can imagine leaving a gun in the back of your car that anyone could see through the window. That just shows the rush he was in. So again, now if you watch his behaviour, so he's got his arms folded. But not only that, he you notice when he talks, he hardly opens his mouth. It's like he just doesn't really want to say this at all, because he's watching what he's saying. So his lips are very tight together and he hardly moves his mouth while he's talking. And, you know, look at his eyes. Now, he looks very sad. And I'm sure he is sad, but I don't think he's sad for Madeline. He's sad that he's lost Madeline. He's sad at the mess he's in. That all this great life he's been having, you know, for 6 years or whatever, of abusing Madeline and getting away with it, it's all coming to an end. He probably knows that inside. So all that sorrow in his eyes there is all for him. It's all for Stephan Stearns. He probably knows inside this is all going to go pear-shaped. And that's why he looks anxious.
Cover the firearm in there. Someone will steal that, man.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I stuck it there when I was changing the tire.
Oh, yeah, stuck it there when I was changing the tyre. So what stuck it there from where? Where was it before? In the boot? You know, what's he carrying a gun around with him for anyway, really, when you think about it? And that was something else that was controversial, or because his dad said that he thought that he may have gone to their house, you know, because they think that he went to their house to get a firearm to maybe delete himself. But Stephan Stearns already had a firearm. He didn't need, if he needed a gun for anything, if it was to do something to himself, he was never going to do anything to himself. He's too much of a coward to hurt himself. My God, you know, he was like, God, you'd think he'd broke his leg, just the few scratches he had. But he didn't need to go to his dad's to get a gun. He had a gun. So that's not why he went to his dad's. I think the jury's still out a little bit about why he did go to his mum and dad's. Where I think it might have been to get that computer that he had there. Or did they even know that he went there? You know, are they telling the truth? Personally, I don't really think so. Oh, the German Shepherd, Tia, she's come to hide behind me because she is a big wuss. She hates the wind. It's so windy. And it's making noises in the house, you know, doors rattling and things. And, she's just come and hid behind me. She's like, oh, help me, Gma. It's windy. All right. I know. Hang on. Careful, you're going to knock something over. She's a big knocker over, aren't you? Oh, I know. You're beautiful, though. I don't think you can see her on there. Anyway, never mind. Let's get on with the video.
We now know from investigators that at the time this video was recorded that Maddie was already dead. Stearns is still in the Osceola County Jail, and his next court date concerning the sexual battery case is scheduled for April 23rd. Then the murder case is scheduled to start in September. Reporting live from the Osceola County.
So, yeah, we've got to wait till April for the... hi, David. I'm going to play this video again. So April is his first trial, and then September the murder trial. So it's going to be a long year, but there'll be justice at the end of it, I'm pretty sure. Let's just watch this one more time.
We are getting a new look at body camera video showing Stephan Stearns and Jennifer Soto both being questioned by deputies the day after they reported Maddie Soto missing.
We know now Stearns accused of sexually abusing and killing the 13-year-old last year. And let's join Amanda McKenzie again to break some of this video down. And Amanda, there are a lot of questions. The demeanor, he's very calm in that. Looking back, we look at a lot of these different details now this morning.
That's right. And this is body-worn camera video that we are now getting a look at when they interview both Stephan Stearns and Maddie's mom, Jennifer Soto, at their front door. And Stephan Stearns appears to be very calm, which could be interpreted as unusual behavior for a guardian of a 13-year-old after she's been reported missing, and the parents allegedly have no idea where she could be. Now, in this video, take a look. You can see that Maddie's mom, Jennifer, is describing the day's events to Kissimmee police. Stearns, very calm and relaxed, similar to the way he was acting when Fox 35 first interviewed him shortly after 18-year-old after seeing, and the parents allegedly had no idea where it could be. Now, in this video, take a look. You can see that
this picture. Oh God, look at him. He's like this malevolent thing. It's like that Nosferatu presence that he was in the kitchen when she was being interviewed. That is such a creepy, scary picture. So so he's got his arms folded. What's going on in his head? He's seen it because only he knows now exactly what happened. Madeline obviously knew, but she's not with us anymore, unfortunately, so she can't tell her story. The forensics will speak for her, of course. But look at him. He's like this ogre or troll at the back, isn't he? He's like, you just get this emanating sort of menace off Stephan Stearns. You know, just the way he acts, it feels horrible. That picture to me actually literally gives me the creeps.
That Maddie's mom, Jennifer, is describing the day's events to Kissimmee police. Stearns, very calm and relaxed, similar to the way he was acting when Fox 30.
Now, you notice Jennifer, she's rocking from side to side. I do that, unfortunately. When you're nervous or when you're sort of, I don't know, this rock from side to side. Jennifer's doing that. I think Jennifer's probably in a bit of a, when things happen in your life, I don't know if you've ever sort of experienced that feeling. It's like a surreal feeling, isn't it? It's like you must be dreaming. You're going to wake up in a minute. This can't really be happening. That's the feeling that I get off Jen. But off him, you get a completely different feeling. It's a sinister feeling.
If I first interviewed him shortly after Maddie was reported missing. While at their front door, police asked about any recent arguments. Jennifer said Maddie sent a few messages to a friend stating that she wanted to run away to the woods. But when the officer asked to see those texts, Jennifer couldn't find anything about running away. Then about 20 minutes later, Stearns takes the officer to the family cars for them to have a look around.
The silver Lincoln is mine. Well, it's actually my parent, but I'm driving my car right now. It's in better condition.
This is the one that she said she doesn't like to ride in?
Yeah, this is the one she was embarrassed to get dropped off in. So I was that age. I understood.
I got you.
Forgive them.
Oh, he was at that age. He understood. Oh, it's so nice of you, Stephan. You understood it. So, yeah, David, I don't know if you were here before. I know you agree with me about the poodle ambulance thing. His mum and dad can't wait to get this car back. I wonder if they've got it back now or not. But anyway, I wouldn't want it. You could keep it. You could take it off and burn it for as far as I was concerned. Bloody making a big fuss about getting their car back right from day one. When are we getting our car back? Oh, well, your dead step-granddaughter's was carried around in it. Oh, it don't matter. We need it back for the poodles.
The donut there, I got a flat tire earlier this afternoon.
That's fine. You might want to put some and cover the fireman there. Someone will steal that, man.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I stuck it there when I was changing the tire.
We now know from investigators that at the time this video was recorded that Maddie was already dead. Stearns is still in the Osceola County Jail, and his next court date concerning the sexual battery case is scheduled for April 23rd. Then the murder case is scheduled to start in September. Reporting live from the Osceola County Courthouse, Amanda McKenzie, Fox 35 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you so much for that.
Okay, let's just have a look on it on another news channel. It's the same.
New video showing Kissimmee police talking with Stephan Stearns, the man accused of killing 13-year-old Madeline Soto. Kissimmee police officer body cams recorded the video as they looked for the missing teen who would later be found dumped on the side of the road in Osceola County. West 2's Luana Munoz has been going through that video since her live report at noon. She's in the Osceola County Bureau with what we're learning. Luana.
Yeah, that video was dated February 27th, the day after Madeline Soto's mother reported her missing. In that video, you see Stephan Stearns and Madeline's mother, Jennifer Soto, appearing very calm, as we've seen in previous videos, with Jennifer Soto doing most of the talking.
Are you Madeline's mom?
Yes.
Did she come home?
What's that?
Did she come home? No, you don't know where she would have gone. No, did she take anything? Any clothes?
Her birthday money is still here. Toothbrush, everything.
This body camera video shows the first moments Jennifer Soto and Stephan.
Now that's interesting, isn't it? The way he said straight away, oh, her birthday money is still here. Because there was some talk, wasn't there, that he might have stolen her birthday money. Not this particular birthday money, but other birthday money. So, yeah. Straight away he said, oh, her birthday money's still here. I haven't taken it this time. That's what you can read into that, isn't it? Her birthday money's still here. This time I haven't taken it.
Stephan Stearns interact with Kissimmee police the day after Jennifer reported her daughter, Madeline Soto, missing. Stearns remains calm with his arms folded, chiming in occasionally.
Did she take her school laptop with her?
She did. They already tried to track it, but unfortunately the unit is completely powered off.
Oh, okay.
Completely offline. According to them, they were unable to do anything with it.
Well, of course, unknown to him, later on, the police caught him putting her laptop in the trash. So again, he's quick to, I think this is a real red flag for police, when people are quick to offer explanations before they're even asked. That is a sign always that somebody is implicated, isn't it? Because, would you, the first thing, when the police ask you a question, that's different, and then you answer, but they're supposed to prompt you with the questions. You're not supposed to volunteer. You wouldn't think to volunteer information just because you don't know what the police are looking for. He's straight away trying to volunteer information that he thinks is important to detract attention from him.
Okay. She doesn't have any other kind of technology that you guys can track. I'm sure you guys already checked
text,
that.
no nothing.
Well, she
Normally
accidentally,
she has her phone, but she left it at home today.
and that is normal for her. She's got ADHD. She's very forgetful.
Okay.
I always have to remind her.
We're kind of forgetful too sometimes.
Jennifer tells police Madeline had said she wanted to run away into the woods, showing them messages on Madeline's phone, but police never see it.
Where is she?
No, he says we are kind of forgetful too, but they're not a we anymore, are they? I mean, supposedly they were split up, you know, and looking at Jen's face, I mean, she looks totally spaced out to me. She always looks spaced out. So apparently she was looking for this message on the phone to say that Jen had said, Madeline had said she wanted to run away and live in the woods, but she couldn't find it. But that's been talked about a lot, but I don't know if that message was ever found or not.
She said that she wanted to run away.
Stearns told authorities he dropped Madeline off near her school on February 26th, the day after her 13th birthday. But investigators say Madeline never made it to school. Instead, they say Stearns could be seen on surveillance video that day with Madeline's dead body in the car. Stearns could be seen dumping bags into the trash of Jennifer's complex, where detectives later recovered Madeline's laptop, book bag, and other belongings. In the video, Kissimmee police continue their questioning and eventually search Stearns' car.
Forgive the donut there. I got a flat tire earlier this afternoon.
That's right. You might want to put some and cover the fireman there. Someone will steal that, man.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I stuck it there when I was changing the tire.
I got you.
Police later got a tip that Stearns had been seen changing a tire the day Madeline went missing. Madeline's
I think that the state of that tire is
changing a tire the day Madeline went missing.
He's driven on that tire as long as he could. Look at it. You know, that's not just a flat tire, is it? He's tried his best to carry on driving on that because he was trying to dump Madeline's body. He's wrecked the tire completely. That's just not just a normal flat tire, is it? You know, that's when, you know, I've got to be honest, I've done it once. I had a flat tire and I wasn't that far from home, so I just carried on driving till I got home. But it's even that, it wasn't as bad as that. I think he must have been driving or trying to drive for quite a long time with that.
Madeline's body was found close to the site on March 1st off Old Hickory Tree Road in rural Osceola County. Stearns was arrested for dozens of sexual crimes and first-degree murder. On Tuesday, Stearns' attorney filed new motions in his sexual battery case to have all of his pretrial hearings closed down to the public. Covering Osceola County tonight, live from the Kissimmee Bureau, I'm Luana Munoz. Back to you.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? They don't seem that bothered about the gun, really. You know, do they? Because it's Florida after all, so it's not against the law to carry a gun around with you. But anyway, what was this? This is her. Oh, we just watched this. So this was a little vigil they had at the school for her because it has been a year. She disappeared the same day as Sebastian Rogers.
West News tonight, Gabriel shows it's been nearly a year since 13-year-old Madeline Soto was found dead on the side of an Osceola County road. And tonight, her community paid tribute on what would have been Maddie's 14th birthday. West News tonight, Gabriel shows us the service of remembrance for her in St. Cloud.
She was full of life, and she was trying to find her way.
On what would have been her 14th birthday, people in St. Cloud celebrated for Madeline Soto to show that she forever lives in their hearts.
I hope you're dancing in the sky.
Oh, I love that song. Yeah, so she would have been 14 this year, bless her, if she would have been given a chance. Another year, you know, another year of being a young woman. It's so very tragic, isn't it?
Almost a year since the young girl was killed, the crowd at Lakefront Park on Saturday wore shirts with words reading, "Justice for Maddie, Forever 13, Be the Voice." One of Maddie's friends wrote a poem about how much she misses her.
But I feel okay knowing you're doing fine up above. I'll try not to cry, I'll try not to shed, but I'll always be lucky you were my friend.
She was someone who loved music, dancing, arts, and journaling. A wall of 100 stuffed animals was on display at the service. They were picked up from the memorial site near the place where Maddie's body was found.
I was there several times when young children would come with a little stuffed animal with their parents and go over and put it on the fence. It was so heartrending.
The community in St. Cloud says the tragic case of Madeline Soto serves as a reminder that they need to work together to better protect young children.
How many times, if ever, those who noticed Maddie's odd behaviors reported her?
I think that parents need more support right from the beginning, because this is happening to children younger and younger and younger.
The St. Cloud police chief says everyone has been heartbroken by this. He shared a letter from the mayor.
The children in our community.
Now, I don't know how Jennifer copes on, whatever people think of Jennifer, she has lost her daughter. And Jennifer wouldn't have been able to go to this vigil or any other vigil because Jennifer has had death threats. People hate Jennifer. She can't go out in public. So, who knows? Because we haven't seen anything of Jennifer since the interviews last year. So who knows how Jennifer is coping, what's going on? We just don't know, do we? But, there is this hatred towards Jennifer.
Shall forever feel unconditional support, and their voices will always be heard.
Advocates are working to place a bench in the park in memory of Maddie. Their long-term goal, building a children's museum in Florida to honor all the lives lost to violence.
Justice means understanding how these tragic losses came to be and what can we do to bring these disparities to a decline.
Covering Osceola County in St. Cloud, Sanega Bergadigues, Watch 2 News.
No, I think it's significant, personally, and probably because of the investigation, and maybe it'll be different after the trial, but I think it's significant that Jennifer hasn't been heard from at all, has she? Not even a statement from her lawyer. You wouldn't expect her to go on YouTube channels and things, but not even a statement, nothing. So I wonder if when the court case comes up, Jennifer is definitely going to be a witness, isn't she? And I will reserve my judgment about Jennifer until I see how it goes, what is said. I mean, at the end of the day, I think we do have to remember that she has not been arrested or charged with anything, and she is a mother who's lost her daughter at the end of the day. So she has to live with what she did every day, or didn't do every day. So I think, to me, it's not up to me to judge Jennifer until it's proven maybe that she has done something. Okay, hang on, that was a message. That might be my dogs on the way back. Not yet, for 11:30. Okay, so, this is definitely a case we'll be watching, isn't it, this year? One of the many that we'll be looking at. I'll be back later, I expect. I've got so much going on this month, so, going to take number one son for an interview, Spanish classes, more Spanish classes, more Spanish classes. Somewhere in the middle, I'm going to have some lunch. But I may be back tonight. Hopefully, I'll be back tonight. Maybe we'll have some more news about some of the cases we've been following. But I just hope that you have a brilliant day or an afternoon or a brilliant evening, because I know you're all over the place, all over the world. Thank you again for watching. Please remember to leave your DNA on the like button and press subscribe. It's free. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll see you really soon in the next video. And until then, may your God go with you. Adios, amigos.